I'm rarely on magazine covers. You won't find me giving TED Talks or building a personal brand. I speak very little because I believe the most powerful stories are not spoken loudly. They unfold quietly, like water carving stone. Today, for the first time, I am telling my story not to chase applause, not to make headlines, but because somewhere, someone who feels invisible right now might need to hear how a man with no spotlight became a source of light for millions. This story is not about fame. It is about persistence, about doubt, rejection, silence, and the quiet strength of never giving up. Shall we begin? I was born in 1954 in Hangzhou, China. Back then, the country was not what you see today, and neither was my family. My father worked in journalism. My mother was a homemaker. We were not rich. We didn't have air conditioning or a fridge, but we had books. And more importantly, we had resilience. When I was 12, my life was cracked open. My father was accused during the Cultural Revolution, and I had to leave school. Just like that, education, something every child deserves, was taken away. I became a bricklayer, a construction worker. I did what I had to do, not with complaint, but with quiet. And others my age were memorizing textbooks. I was carrying cement. But here's what I learned. Life does not wait for perfect conditions. You don't need a perfect beginning to build a meaningful ending. Years passed. The revolution ended. Schools reopened. And I returned to the classroom, this time not as a boy, but as a man with calloused hands. I enrolled at a radio and TV school in my 20s. It wasn't prestigious, but it was my second chance, and I grabbed it with both hands. From there, I became a journalist. My words now had a place. I asked questions. I listened to the stories people forgot to tell, and I saw something the world hadn't noticed yet. That in this country of over 1 billion people, trust was rare, but thirst for clean water, for clarity, for truth was everywhere. In 1988, I left journalism. Some called it foolish. Why abandon a stable job? They asked. But I wasn't chasing safety. I was chasing freedom. I tried different ventures. Turtle farming, selling mushrooms, making nutritional supplements. Most of them failed. People laughed behind my back. Shang tries everything but finishes nothing. I heard it. I felt it. But I didn't stop. Because I believe even failure teaches you something, if you're humble enough to learn. Then came 1996. I was 42 years old, an age when many give up on starting over. But I wasn't done yet. I had one simple question. What if we could provide clean, healthy drinking water to every home in China? People said, it's just water. What's the innovation in that? But I saw something deeper. In a country where milk was adulterated, where soda companies dominated, could there be something more honest, more human? And so, I started Nanfu Spring. We began in Hangzhou bottling water from natural springs. It wasn't easy. There were bigger players, government regulations, supply chain chaos, doubt at every corner. In the first few years, I barely slept. Every cap, every label, every source I inspected it myself. When others cut corners, we chose transparency. When others used distilled water, we chose to keep the minerals. Our slogan was simple. We do not add anything, because people don't want more. They want real. Many thought it was a naive strategy, but slowly, something happened. People started noticing. A mother gave her child our water and said, it tastes like the mountains. A factory worker drank it on a hot day and said, it reminds me of home. It wasn't just water anymore, it was trust. Bottled. And trust once earned is everything. We grew, from Hangzhou to all over China, then beyond. We expanded into tea, juice, vitamin drinks, but always with one principle. Never compromise on purity. I never had a grand marketing campaign, no flashy logo, no celebrity endorsements, just one idea. Serve people sincerely, and they will carry your name farther than you can imagine. Even today, I don't attend industry dinners. I avoid interviews, and I rarely smile for cameras. People call me the lone wolf billionaire. I don't mind, because I didn't build this company for the spotlight. I built it for the people who needed something honest in a dishonest world. I built it for the child whose only clean drink is a school bottle. For the old man who fills his thermos before work. For the young woman on a train who sips quietly while reading a book. I built it for them. Now, when I walk past a convenience store and I see someone pick up a bottle of Nanfu Spring, they don't know my face. They don't say my name, but I smile. Because deep down, I know I kept my promise. A man with no network, no fancy degree, no global stage, created something pure by never giving up on the simplest idea. People deserve something real. So, who am I? I am not a celebrity, not a tech mogul, not a household name. I am the man who walked through failure, rejection, and silence, and built something lasting, one drop at a time. Do you know who I am? I am Zhang Shanshen, founder of Nanfu Spring, a quiet builder who didn't shout, but still changed the world.